All right, James, you're out of practice this week, huh?
Um, dang, crap, that's crazy. It was last week, wasn't this week, but got a chance again to check out the scrimmage. It was good and competitive. About right where you want to be. Practice 5. They're about as good as you could be for that. I mean, you're not expecting I think that's one of the biggest problems in the world, way the world is set up now. Everybody expects like the championship level reps like in April. Well, it's not what we need. We need to be peaking at the right time, which is the season. But right now, they look good. I'll tell you this: the offense moves differently when DJU is at quarterback than it does when Brock Glenn is there. And they had their times. DJU is not afraid to throw the ball down the field, which I think it's not that Jordan Travis was. Jordan Travis was just a little bit more deliberate with getting rid of the ball and doing those different things. But I think DJU has no problem sitting there. And I was watching some film of the last time DJU played against Florida State. And when I'm watching that, I'm watching his footwork and him being able to avoid and manipulate the pocket just to be able to get that last second. Where Jay Trav, when he does that, man, Jay Trav's getting out of there, getting out of dodge, or he's moving to scramble to be able to get yardage. DJU is really just moving around the pocket to be able to throw it deep, and you're able to see that in that Thursday scrimmage. But I'd be remiss to just say that defense is just still lights out ahead of the offense. And here's the reasons why. You've got guys that have, I'm not saying these guys are going to be Hall of Famers or I don't know what they'll do in the NFL, but you've got legitimately 11 guys on that other side of the ball that will have an NFL grade when it's time for them to leave. The only one right now, speaking of next year, that won't have it is probably Conrad Hussey, and that's only because he can't have it, because this will only be his second season. So, and it's also incredible considering that Conrad Hussey legitimately has not been on FSU's campus for an entire year. He was a summer enrollee because St. Thomas Aquinas doesn't really allow guys to early enroll. So, but you got guys with experience there where the guys on offense don't have experience in the system like that, making plays. Like DJU, he just got there, still learning the playbook. Malik Benson still learning the playbook. You got Roydell, the running back, still learning the playbook. The offensive line is still there, but again, it's just a little bit different. But they had their moments where they looked extremely good. It's just they're not polished yet. So I can't wait to kind of see. The Garden to Gold game is going to be a showcase, very situational. Nothing crazy is going to happen there. But you're going to see. I can't wait to see what those first couple practices in the fall, and really one of those last scrimmages heading into the season, what that's going to look like. But right now, I believe they're on track and progressing the right way.
George, what did you pick up this week that stands out to you?
Yeah, no, I loved everything James said. I really agree about DJU. I believe this is the earliest Mike Norvell ever has held his scrimmage in the time he's been at Florida State in that 5th practice. Kind of the stories I've read, the people I've talked to, he's really kind of pushing guys, coaching DJU hard, coaching Marvin Jones Jr. hard, Patrick Payton, all these guys really hard, trying to kind of find the leaders. Who's going to step up and be those leaders? Kind of the difference this year versus last year is the experience. Last year, your number one returning production. This year, you're somewhere in the 80s. But that doesn't mean you don't have, I think Mike Norvell said 82 guys within the program returning this year. I'm hearing a bunch of great things out of pretty much everybody across the board about a Malik Benson, which goes to what James was talking about being able to DJU being able to sling that thing down the field. If you go back and watch that Florida State Clemson film from when we played him, I mean, he was laying that thing out there. There's one particular play where he gashes us for like a 65-yard ball in the air. So can't wait to see that happen. Maybe Malik Benson can take over that Ontario Wilson role from a couple years ago. It's going to be a lot of fun. Of course, like he said, the defense kind of ahead of the offense at this point in time, but just hearing great things. Norvell has reiterated over and over again that this is kind of the strongest fastest team. James mentioned Conrad Hussey and Shaheem Brown. I really think this is like, even though you had the like third secondary in the country and like all metrics, I think this DB unit is just by far and large another part of the team that's the best Norvell's had. And I really think Shaheem Brown and Conrad Hussey can be like the best safety duo we've had since at least Derwin James and LaMarcus Brutus, but maybe even farther back than that. I really think they have a chance to be special, because Shaheem Brown to me is basically an NFL player that came back. Like, he could have went and been a, second or third day pick, I believe, this year, and he's just been here since a freshman. He's a senior. He's going to ball out, and Conrad Hussey is just he was my big impact guy as a freshman, and all reports coming back from practice is that he's just absolutely balling out. There's an awesome picture that I think Clay Fink uploaded where he's like making an interception on Toa Fieldy, where he's like 3-4 feet off the ground. So just really exciting stuff. The defense really killing it early on, and ready to see that spring game and get to see the competition, because the athleticism and the depth is at a different level this year. So can't wait to see who steps up and really becomes a leader.
Robbie Heck is one heck of a Florida State football fan. He's also a good guy, and he's a great musician. So we've got a new single coming out called Warrior Chant by Robbie. It's coming out on April 5th. So that's on Friday. And the song's going to debut. And right here on YouTube at 8:30 Eastern, we'll get you the link, get you all set up so you can catch Robbie's debut of War Chant. It's all about the team in 2023, overcoming all that adversity, finishing undefeated. And hopefully this will inspire the Noles for 2024 as well. So check out RobbieHeckMusic.com to enter for a $200 giveaway. So the way you can lock in on that, there we go. So the giveaway, you watch Robbie's new single, War Chant, you leave a comment. So we will get you set up. The links are already in the chat, but we will drop them again. Leave a comment and a like. Download one or more of the clips provided in the links. And then upload to Instagram, Facebook, Reel, YouTube, whatever your selection there, TikTok, using the hashtags that you see right there. Robbie Heck Warrior, FSU Football, FSU. And then you tag Robbie and at Robbie Heck Music. And the one with the most likes there will get the $200. So that goes on from April 5th through May 5th, everyone. And we will hit you up with that a little bit later in the show. Again, you can catch really everything that I just talked about down in the description section of this video. And you can grab all the links there. So it's War Chant right there. George, we got less than 3 weeks, about 2.5 weeks to the spring game. What do you think's important for this team to get done in the next 2.5 weeks?
Well, we kind of what I mentioned earlier. I thought you might want to talk about the Big Ten thing for a minute before we got out of here. But as far as the team, it's early on. The defense is ahead. Really want to see that offense come together. Want to see DJU connecting with those different wide receivers. Want to look at linebacker. I want to see, is Sean Murphy going to be that dude? Can he step up and DJ and him kind of really just take over? Those are a couple things I'm looking at. How's Brock Glenn look? He's looked a lot different, coming into his second year of preparation. The defensive line across the board, there's a lot of new faces in there, from Siona Lolahea to Grady Kelly to Marvin Jones Jr. To Tomiwa Durajaye. So there's just a ton of fresh faces this year as opposed to previous years. So yeah, just really excited to see those guys get out there and compete. And then of course you have another transfer portal that opens up post spring. So let's find out who's going to stick around. You've got places like slot cornerback, or there's a logjam there. You've got Greedy Vance, Kevin Knowles, Earl Little Jr., and also some younger guys really battling for that position. So does one or two of those guys take off? we'll see. But yeah, those are, I guess, the main kind of points. I'm really, really excited. Again, like I mentioned, Malik Benson is somebody I'm looking at. Roydell Williams at running back is another guy. I can't wait to see him tote the rock, and just see that offensive line and defensive line grow up, and see who's going to be a leader over there.